Meanwhile, over
Yeah.
here on Icons, I recognize the name, but not too familiar with everybody. It's 232 Rosa Maza. Cash Dark Drakius. I butchered that previous name. Benevolence and Cheat Code. So there's definitely some familiar names around this community that I've seen before, but all about to unfold on. What do my eyes deceive me? It's the set. Are you kidding me? Oh my
What?
gosh.
Never. Oh,
I
hello.
can. Yeah, we're moving on over to Keg Linux. It's a new map that's coming out. Uh, Mid
Well,
is particularly very interesting.
huge line of sight denial with the nose. Plenty of pores that are not clogged that you can definitely sink down into.
Oh,
Fun, right?
that's that's a lot of anatomy information that may have may not been needed, but I'm glad to hear that you are keeping hygienically stable. Anyways, let's get
Good
into
one.
this. This is going to be really tough, I think, for icons. I think this is going to be interesting to see how they deal with the pug team. I got some. I don't know why, but I got some easy five vibes from from this pug team of Scrounge and Pros. But we'll see what happens as they are getting into Ascent. Agent wise, nothing too crazy. We have been seeing this guy more as of late. Only one duelist, no, two duelists. Actually, Icon is going for the double duelist. It's pretty rare right now. But hey, Jet still good. Smokes are fine. We'll see how they fare with the aggressiveness. So it's already Drakius gets taken down.
Yeah, Drac is going to go down. Pretty much all the smokes on the side of Icons already nullified, minus the jet. But even then, you want to make sure they're not placed down immediately. And this is not a pretty beginning for Icons. Already so many different members. Oh, gang number 48 is Scrounge. Okay, that makes a lot of more sense now. I was about to ask. I have no idea who gang number 48 is, but now we do. Phelan's gonna be on site though, pretty much by themselves. One more in Boathouse, others behind Green Box as well. 3 left alive for Icon's side. They can try to make something work here going on Highway, but Phelan's able to find the shots. They had 8 health. They get traded out immediately. 1 left alive. It's gonna be Benevolence. But are they gonna be Benevolent to get their way to the spike? No, for round number 1.
Very fast execution, also onto mid. And now they had everything working for them. Really beautiful stuff right there. Just a lot of pressure and denying the smokes. I don't know if it was like they noticed that there was the Astra there or not, but just a very good early pick to deny any of the gravity wells or smokes that Astra can provide. Totally took away a lot of the smokes and mirrors for icons, I feel. Now, Scrounge looking pretty good to rush into this. That's also another reason why I'm very interested in this Sky pick, because you got to use the Hawk to just go in there and just grab the jugular by the throat. So another round should be clean here. They're full saving here on Icons because they know who they're dealing with.
Oh, absolutely. So Icons, they have to play a little slow here. We do actually see the opposite of that, though. Able to find a huge headshot on the dog wielding Oh Hi. They're going to go down immediately. And now, Maza and company, they try to make the same action work again. It's not going to work twice, though. Shotgun's able to flush out 1 inside mid. Double Shotgun's going to end with a kill. But Kashashi, how do you say their name? Kashi? The Killjoy is able to find a double kill. Oh, I'm sure chat will correct us. That's fine. But now they're able to find a double kill, leaving cheat code now, the last one alive. They have to go up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, select, start. But no, that won't even work. They only have 1 life. That's going to be 2.
I think you missed one more AB in there.
Oh, no.
That's
what
probably
about
why
my
it didn't
30
work.
lives?
Well, unfortunately, you'll just have to grind for them. Either way, though, it's finally. I finally see a little bit of light. I did like Cashier's. I'm just going to keep butchering this name. I'm sorry. This is going to be terrible. Cass. Let's say Cass. All right, for now, Cass. Cass is able to. Cass made it very expensive. Really good with the frenzy play. Kept it fairly close. Now there's not as much of a bonus round as Scrounge like pros would like, but Scrounge in pros. But they still have a few rifles up their sleeve. Icons need to just make sure they take advantage of this, but already Draki is going down very early. They need to fall back if they can take these duels.
That was through the smoke. Now we just see Cass able to find a bit of a frag. They're a bit of a train. Balin's going to fall. No smokes for either team, though, but it looks like Benevolence and company not checking their corners again. The big issue happening, though, with the defensive team. You see a bit of a split up here coming out from Scrounge and Pros. Bjor, with a Spectre, might be able to find one, but it is going to be, I believe, a bit of a buy up here. We do see some Vandals coming out from Icons. Oh, this could be tough, though. They know exactly where one is, but Chico still gets taken out by Scrounge on the other side. Oh, there's only 2 left alive now. It's not looking great for Mazda and company. They get surrounded by the enemy. They don't even make it to the side. Cass is the last one alive. Oh, Bemmy, this is not going to end well.
No. Much like their name, it's going to be difficult to figure out how to win this one. They try their best, able to find 2, but no, to no avail. Bjor will close it out. But again, Cass, gotta respect them, making it super expensive for their opponents. Still, though, because they've won, the win bonus is going to be enough for them to still invest into this. They don't have really much in the way of ultimates, though. They haven't been really able to frag out too much either side. It's come down to sort of like a last player situation. I mean, Cass, they've been a real thorn in their side for Scrounge, so now look at that. They also have the lockdown. This could be massive if they really want to try to make something of use here, but already the knives, not even going to get them off to a great start. They're actually going to lose a couple players in this eco round. It's looking done and dusted here, Keg.
Yeah, the overextension coming out, definitely not what you want to see when you're already down 3 rounds and on pistols. The blades, if you have to use it one time, I guess here...
It's an eco, sure.
Yeah, it's an eco. But still, you should stay alive a little bit longer. Cass, though, is the last one alive. This is looking like to be a flawless round for the Scrounge and Pros, and the door opens up, and, well, it's a flawless round for Scrounge and Pros.
It is. Not much to report back there. We just had a nice little conversation with myself, I, as we sort of talked about how... Exactly. And now they have the ability to save up here. Benevolence is actually going to go for the Jet Operator. We'll go for Semi-Glass Cannon. The Light Armor go in here, so they better make sure they land their shots if they're going to start playing in mid. They're like, you know what? Look, Drakius, I love you, but you got to stay out of mid, bud. You've been taken out twice. One through the smoke, for goodness sakes. So, we'll see what they can do here. Scrounge, really not, interested in any playstyle except for aggression. Try to make A work, and if not, they're just going to rotate and go the other. But either way, they are like a pack of wolves rushing in there with a showstopper.
Yeah, I'd be starving too a little bit more. There's plenty of Jackal meat on the ground. We actually do see 2 kills on the board again for Icons against Scrounge, but then again, you're down to your bare skeleton crew for Scrounge's side. They're able to get the plant into the ground, denying Cass and company from going forwards. Now, if you remember from VCT, we saw Benevolence, or I guess in this case it would have been Tens, being able to get some fantastic flicks with the jet op from this angle. However, though, this is not going to be VCT. In fact, we're seeing trades galore downstairs, but now Critical, waiting for the peak coming up, able to find the shock dart onto Cass, somehow misses out, but still able to find the retaliatory peak. But only 1 left alive now. It's down to only 1 left, and it's not going to last much longer. Icons find their first round.
Finally do so. They'll lock it down, able to put enough pressure on it, and really, I think Cass saving the day there. Interesting that Critical did not choose to go for the Hunter's Fury. I don't know if they got that right after the round or before it, but either way, if they did, then understandably so. Just didn't have it right then and there. I'm going to assume that was the case. Now, though, Cheat Code has their own showstopper. It's just unfortunately right now, Cass and Benevolence have been a big carrier for the past few rounds right now. Not to say that everybody's dragging their tail on Icons, but it doesn't allow them to have a lot of ultimates. They've just been kind of sort of been damaging utility users, and that's roughly about it. But Chico finally finding one, gets Valen. That's pretty massive.
That's good. Good to see. Turret's going to go up, trying to distract the shot. Bjor, though, is able to find Benevolence. Everyone and their mother has an off at that angle there. Of course, now, we do see that Killjoy coming on by with the ultimate. Mazda hiding back of CT's side. It has to be the Rays that get the heck out of there, though. They don't want to deal with that, especially the Molly across their toes. Oh, this is not looking good. That's full B control for Scrounge.
Yeah, and now with the ultimates as well, they're just going to keep pushing on through. Great pressure from the Hunter Fury to keep them off of defender spawn. Able to get 2. Beautifully done. It's now 2v3 situation. Technically 2v2 if they can find the Astra. It's only a sliver of health left.
But they're split up completely. They're able to find one, but again, they have uncontested. They have unchecked B. Oh, but they're still able to find it through the smokes. This is looking really good. Valen, the one you mentioned before, Bemmy, last one alive, the sliver of health, it's only getting lower. They're able to hold down a little bit more. They don't want to waste too much utility, though. They have to push on forwards. They know both are there, but still, we'll go straight into the headshot. Oh, no.
Enough time as well to be able to secure this. Second round on the board for Icons. Okay, we're starting to see them work very well. They went up against quite a lot of ultimates there just to push on through. Also, maybe cheat code finding an early pick didn't hurt either to get onto gang member. Nicely done.
By no means, yeah.
So there you go. Starting to see the rest of the team come to life here. Able to still get also the operator as well as massive. Because Benevolence, even though that was a very interesting peek onto B main, still had a lot of great early shots in mid when there was that last round. So we'll see if they're able to do that once more. So we might see another aggressive peek.
Oh.
No respect.
No respect at all. Benevolence, again, missing that opening up shot's going to be huge each time they do so. They take so much damage. There's not a lot of healing opportunities. In fact, I mean, there's no healing opportunities for this Jet. They have to live with the 47 health they have left now. Scrounge and Pros, no damage has been put on them yet. We do see another, or at least we hear another upshot missing against or for Benevolence's side, but we are pushing with the rest of the team, putting some pressure on B main. There is some posturing happening from the sky outside of A, but they're going to rotate themselves, and no ults to really work with except for Maza and the Hunter's Fury. And this could be huge if they execute it properly, especially with the Astral Wall going down.
Well, that really nice tag does reveal quite a bit. If they can get a good tag onto B main, they will be able to take give some serious damage, find one. It's all wonderful stuff. Unfortunately, they do have to give them the sight, but this wall might have done the trick to give them a little bit of cover. So now the retake, they're able to come from both sides and not just stairs.
Drakius still waiting by logs. Bjor's hiding in a really nice corner. If Drakius just pushes up a little bit more, they'll be able to find it, but bodies are going down fairly quickly, a little slower. Well, maybe not so much. It's ramping up now, but we do see 3 left alive for Icon's side. Maza needs to go for the push, and so does Chico, but they know this guy's on the other side. They're trying to pinch together. They're trying to play together. This is good formation coming up from the defenders. They're making it a 3v3. Gravity Well, though, is going to stifle things a little bit more, but look at that Chico with 3! Now, where are the rest of the defenders? Or, well, the rest of the attackers, too. Ohai may have to relinquish it a little bit more. The defuse is underway. Do they have enough time? No! Chico gets 4!
Ohai tried their best, but not to be the case. Unfortunately, Ray's utility just massive right there with those nades. Coming in clutch for their teammate to allow them to commit to the defuse, and there you go. A lot of faith in their team right there. Icons, they're bringing it back. They might even tie up the score here. Still enough to buy into this. We will see built by complexity. Just keep on going with this as they have rifles to work with. No ultimates, though they don't have to worry about this. See if Benevolence can actually land a shot this time, but no,
I don't think it's likely. No, they're waiting. They know Benevolence likes to play mid. The smoke's going to go up relatively soon. They're baiting it out. Maybe they'll double peek. You know, if one goes down, maybe they'll trade it, but the smoke's going to go up anyways, and it's pretty much safe. Jet's not going to peek through that. It's instant death if they do. I have been impressed, though, by Icon's ability to retake a site, especially against 5 different pros. But again, it's a pug stack versus what I'm assuming is a free agent team. So there will be a little bit of a coordination issue coming out from Scrounge, going all the way through to the top. But as of now, I think they can rely on their gunfights a little bit stronger than most other teams. Benevolence atop of glass could be able to find one. They do. Valen's able to connect, and Cheat-Code on the other side is going to find one before getting traded out. But there's still 50 seconds left. Gang member and company might be able to trade themselves out and go to B, but that spike is going to be dedicated there with another one falling. Critical finds himself now the last one alive, and, well, there's a lot of problems not only on site itself, but possibly on the rotate with the Sova now inside of tree on an angle. Spike's been picked up, 30 seconds left. This is a great chance for Critical to make it to B, maybe through Marketplace.
This is a very critical moment. They need to execute here. That they need to be able to get. There is, again, Icons, though, again, because it's a 1v3, they should be fine for the rotate. But it looks like Critical going for the save.
Long. No, he's gonna go for the plant. He still has some time. He's a few seconds. He can't really put it in a good spot. He does go for the plant.
This could work. Might be fine though. How do...
Scanning ahead. Found them.
Oh!
Good thing I was with you. Yes?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Gotta look back at that again. We need to see it. Replay coming up here. Critical. Just taking initiative. A lot of just sort of a 1v1 situation set up the entire way there. You got to push in as a group. And then while they did for the most part, they need to make sure that they are able to cover both lanes and stairs. And just unfortunately, they weren't able to. They just kind of pushed in one by one, Noah's Ark style, and they did not get anything for it. Now, Icons are not working too much here.
Bomb buddy out. Give me those back. Spike planted.
Well, to be very fair to them, this was an eco, so they do what they can. Mazza may be able to find a couple, but it's going to be roughly about it. Don't even want to mess with that judge. Oh, well, no, they're just actually choosing to. Very well. Don't want to respect the judge. Guess you are able to do that, given that you are pros. Now, again, getting a long way here. To have a few rounds left, they're finally going to be able to buy into this comfort lead. Now that Scrounge is able to close out a couple of rounds, they should have full rifles. And also look at that ultimate economy, looking great here. A lot of offensive utility. Now High might even just drop the jellyfish dogs early, so that way they can get some information right away. There's so many toys to work with here on the side of Scrounge and pros that I'm not really sure what Icons can do here except try to be careful and bait out as much as they can.
Take flight.
That's what they are, aren't they? Look, if I study the lore that Omen's name is Fred, you gotta trust me on them being jellyfish dogs.
You should run. I've got your trail.
How are they alive? They're alive!
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Man. Chica, your friends are those are friends for life. Those are the homies right there. They allowed you to stay alive through all of that. That is insane. All right, well, still again, Scrounge and pros, they've guaranteed themselves at least a tie in this half, and going into defense ain't so bad either. Looking prime to just keep on going. Icons, I really am happy to see that they've not let the idea of like going up against built by complexity players get really to their head. They've seemed very, very confident.
Absolutely. More confidence. Looks like my audio cut out. We love that. But now we get to see Cheat Code and Company pushing forwards. Not able to find the shop. I'm not even sure when my audio cut out, but look at that. Scourge is able to get on the site, not able to use that showstopper. Is it a waste? Yeah, I would say so. But they cleared the site out pretty effectively.
I mean, you know, it's like a lockdown. You got to get out of the way. You don't want to be in the line of sight of that. Come on. I don't want to get hit by a big old paintball. That's so dangerous. And now they have 4v2 situation with the entire site lockdown. I'd say that was a pretty good ultimate.
Absolutely a great ultimate there. Well, I don't know. I mean, you could debate about that one for hours here. But look at this, though. Still one left alive. It's going to be Drakius. We haven't seen Drakius in a clutch situation too much before, but we are going to see him able to find one, maybe make it two. The Marshall's going to hurt so much. Or maybe not, actually misses. But surrounded by enemies completely, Scrounge and company able to get a 3-point lead.
And secure the half altogether right before it ends. This last one used a lot of ultimates, or they used the showstopper at the very least. Now all they can do here is hopefully Icons can get the 5th round. That's all we can hope for, excuse me. As they get ready to do this, they're investing in whatever they can. It's the last round, so spend everything you got, do what you can. And hey, they have the showstopper, so they could deny any aggressive push here. Showstopper being gone does bring encouragement that they might not want to try to commit this all together.
Oh, but look at the committal already. We do see some work coming out from Critical. He's able to find one cheat code. I would say the scariest member on Icon's team already going down. Cass and company, though, holding inside a tree. We are going to see the reverse Hunter's Fury from that angle, though. It looks like not a lot of work's been really put in there. The defending Killjoy is going to stifle people off of Scrounge a little bit more. But because of that, I don't think that Hunter's Fury would have reached, and it looks like they conflicted with each other a little bit.
Of course not. Oh, Bjor, hello, lurking here, so they have info that the rest of the team actually might make some noise. I don't know if they're going to rotate back. We actually do see the Killjoy also rotating back as well. Full stops every here. There is at least the jet by Defender spawn for Icons. Benevolence ready and waiting, but misses the shot, and B is open for business here for Scrounge and Pros.
Open for business. Let's see if it works out, though. 3v4. Icons, though, spread apart a little bit more. We did see the roam not work out, though. Cass is going to even things out. You see one side of Marketplace holding a tight angle going down. It's not going to connect anything just yet. 2 on Highway. Cass, if they jump down, they're going to make some audio cues. Oh, High's already ready. This is tough. There's no real info to work with. The recon bolt's not out just yet. Not sure how much longer it would take anyways, but Ohai's going to find Cass instead. Last one's alive now. Drakius is going to use the able to nullify some sound cues, but it's not going to work when you instantly die yourself. Probably not. 14 health left in a dream. Maz is going to try to do something, but he pokes out and gets shredded like cheese.
Retakes were hard for Icons a lot of the time. Just so much needing to have clutch and big moments from Cass and cheat code. I would say also Cass was a very scary member as well, especially early on into the round, getting double frenzies against the bonus and all this other stuff going on. It's truly astonishing what they are able to do with what they had. And also the fact is that their lockdowns were pretty good. They didn't have to worry about Critical's Hunter's Fury too much, which was very surprising. They just kind of respected it. So overall, I would say very good job. 8-4 half ain't nothing to scoff at. They are now going to move on over into the defense, which is going to be even better for... Or no, actually, they are on attack. Excuse me, I looked at it wrong. But still, Scrounge and Pros, they have their defense. And all I was going to say was the Killjoy utility. That's something you got to watch out for. And I hope Icons don't get caught out by it. And almost like Maza with the grenade.
Yeah, that was a tricky situation to be in. 43 health. They had to survive a tiny bit longer. Look at cheat code, though. He might be able to find one to actually be a Scourge on the other side, waiting potentially for a flank from Catwalk. I'm not really sure what the plan was, but they're going to get caught off by surprise, but it looks like it was us instead. Scourge is just looking from a different dimension. He's able to find the skull of one, but there's actually 3 on top of Heaven that Drakius needs to deal with. Finds the dink on one. It's not going to confirm, though. Maza, though, coming in for that flank that gang member had apparently prophesized. It's not going to connect, though. Maz is by himself now, locked up by the door to the right, has to push up only one single direction, but it's a meltdown all over the side. We see so much going on. Scourge is able to find so much with the rest of the team. And now, you know, Bemi, you complimented the 4A half for Icons, but they have to find a round next.
They really do. I mean, they're probably going to go into the save here. They have to mount quite the comeback here against the team. A lot of confidence from Scrounge and Pros. I love the retake here, just rushing in all together as a team just to get the trades. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But you at least did it together, and sometimes that's the best option. It's just playing together as a team. It really was fun. Almost felt like you could almost interpret the comms through the plays of just having fun. Let's do it, guys. Screw it, and let's go in for it. Now, actually, gonna have a little bit of an investment from Icons, so we'll make the next buy awkward with armor, but they're gonna try to do what they can. Gets an early pick, so already off the bat, let's get a little bang for their buck for going for a little more expensive pistols.
Oh, but these pistols are not working on their favor. We do see Valorant on that Frenzy long range does find one, but of course, again, Frenzy long range, it's only going to go so far. Quite literally, Valorant's going to fall. Scrounge and company, this is the first time in a while we've seen them at a person deficit. They're going to only have 2 left, and we do see Ohai going for an extensive flank, but that's also going to leave their teammate by themselves completely all over B, but it is Bjor. Curious to see what Bjor can do here. They do have the turret to help out a tiny bit, but the angle's already being held. If they move inches forward, they're most likely dead. But actually, in an odd move, it's going to be Icons fully rotating around, going through mid. This could be a chance for Ohai to catch them out. In fact, they're playing directly into the hands of Scrounge.
Oh my
What
gosh!
are they doing? Oh no, there's only a few left alive, but they still make it work because of it.
At least they focus on trading together. That was very close indeed. Hey, I mean, they needed that round to work out in their favor. That was so... I don't want to say messy, but it was very chaotic in this sense. It was chaotic. Let's throw him a bone a little bit.
Messy doesn't mean bad. It was just messy.
Okay. Well, it's Vanguard's birthday. Maybe it doesn't like to. I don't know. Anyways, either way, still does put Scrounge on the backseat a little bit. They will be able to buy into it a little bit and get rifles in the next round, but their next goal right now is to just make it expensive at the moment. Alright, doing a little bit of tag damage onto Icons, but I don't know how much value they're going to get through these pistols.
The value is going to be a little hesitant here. We just see the entire team grouped up outside A main. Benevolence is able to find one, but look at the trades coming out by. They're able to clean up the entire feed. In fact, only one is left alive. It's going to be critical, but not for much longer.
He's got 2. Nicely done. Well, alright, bonus. Only losing 1 member. Nicely done. They are going to have to get ready, though. This will be the first buy round and a half that Icons will have to go up against Scrounge. And they don't have any ultimates. They have no aces up their sleeves right now. They may have the knives ready if they so desire, but that's roughly about it. They need to rely on their utility, their health advantage, and their wits and their comms. So, Icons, don't lose yourself in the craziness of Scrounge and Pros. Make sure you don't lose sight of what your win condition is. So if you're going to try to execute on the site, work together. Looks like that is what they're going to do.
Working together is going to be powerful. I'm curious to see what Valen can do with these stars. With the stars, you never know what the next step is going to be. Looks like one is going to be, I believe, the gravity well going forwards there. There is going to be smoke going down as well, connecting the 2 sites. But look at that, though. Bjor is able to find one, has to dodge and weave their way out of the paint grenades. It's tough, though, right? Because Valen now stuck. Doesn't want the door to close. Bjor pushing up here. Look at this. The rest of the team, Scrounge and Pros, able to find some work, but everyone else is holding these angles. They're all hiding away, letting Scourge and company push on forwards. But Icons, they're finding themselves traded out. They're able to make some work happen through having the person advantage. Gang member poking and prodding again. Not a lot of intel to really work with. One poking up behind Jenny. They know one's down below. The penetration shot's not going to connect, and Cass coming from behind, seemingly out of nowhere, is going to connect the shots.
Okay, well, certainly love the rush onto A and love the flank. Did a really good job. Having somebody go through garden sometimes is a very helpful tool to be able to just take control of heaven, not get overwhelmed. Now, Scrounge needing to find some way to answer this playstyle and not get it out of hand. There's already been 3 rounds in a row won by Icons, and they also got a hunch if you're ready and online. They're not too far away from their own stuff. This eco round will be pretty deadly because they're going to be focusing on getting picks and ultimates.
Picks and ultimates. Let's see what happens next. So Bjorn gonna be sucked into the gravity well. Makes it work a little bit for one, but puts some damage on the others. Drakies are gonna use this opportunity to get onto the site though. One still inside of tree. They have full control, but they haven't used utilities yet. Curious to see though what's gonna happen though, Bemmy. The spike's gonna go underway, but Ohai's gonna take an alternative route and try to find some damage onto the Sova, but it's not a whole lot. Of course, that's gonna be the Hunter's Fury trying to find Drakius. Not gonna succeed again. We've seen this happen twice now between both teams, and neither of those angles have worked.
Trying their best to see what they can do here. We'll have the molly set up here from Icons. Already one will go down from Drakius, but there's already, they can't deal with the mollies and defuse the spike if they want to try. It looks like they are going to do the best they can, but there's so many answers.
Creating space. Ohai has to push up though. Oh, can't find Cass. That might have sealed the deal right there. They're able to find one, but it's no time. But of course now Mazda is going to not push up. No, they played the smart move there. They were tempted to be greedy, decided to push back. And look at that now. A 1 point differential between both teams. We've only seen Scrounge and Pros win one round this half.
And it's the pistol one too, so there's not much you can glean off of that. It's just, you know, everybody's starting on even ground, and Icons, they're starting to snowball into here. There is going to be another buy round with a lot of utility, and a lot of ultimates online for Scrounge and Pro. So maybe, not too sure if the Hunter Fury will come to nip them in the bud for using it around earlier, but I hope they're ready to deal with whatever's in front of them, because Scrounge and Pros have a Killjoy ultimate ready without a Hunter's Fury to be countered by.
Now, makes me wonder what's going to happen next, you know? Benevolence has to play slow. We do see a bit of a default, but it's an extensive one.
Info is revealed. Benevolence has been told, and there's a couple of shots fired. So they know there's some people at B. They're not going to rotate early, though, here. Scrounge and Pros. They have a lot of faith in their teammates to be able to get the job done, so they're not too worried at the moment.
Oh, but faith can only take you so far. Benevolence having to back off after a few pop shots. It looks like everyone's stacked up, it seems to them, on side of B. Do see some early rotates, or at least some early info coming out from the Sova drone. It's not going to find anybody inside mid. In fact, Scrounge and Pros have completely forfeited it. All the KJ utilities on A.
You should run.
Attacking KJ ult's going to be huge here. Scrounge is able to use an ult back actually and find another one, but all those Hunter's Furies we used and not connect, could have been a great time to use that now. But they're going to wait their time. One gets stuck in, everyone else is CT, blasting on through. They're going to make it work, trying to find the headshots. They know one's been detected, but they're not able to find the shots until it's late. It's somewhat too late. Mazda and company dialing it back now. The plant's going into the ground. What is Scrounge and Pros going to do for the retake? Honestly, Bemmy, their retakes haven't really been that great.
It's certainly been somewhat to desire, but I mean, already off the bat,
okay. Never mind.
All right, you know what? I'm going to say it. You catch the curses. This was you. This is all you.
All me.
You did it. You were like, oh, I don't think these are great. And then they looked at literally every corner, even credit card, and then they just were like, yeah, you like that, Keg?
Hey,
did you like that retake? Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I really liked it.
Okay. Anyways, it's come on, Vanguard's birthday, dude. You can.
I know it is.
Oh,
happy birthday, Vanguard.
All right, cool. Scrounge finally finding around to their name, but still are not out of the woods yet. Icons have been doing a great job bringing this back, and they have still maybe an ultimate or two up their sleeve. I really like the fact that they have Mazda prioritizing the skill orbs. This does allow the Hunter Fury to be a great initiator for them. Seems to be a sort of win condition for them is Mazda to have their Hunter's Fury, so that way they can go for picks and information and be a little more aggressive. So we'll see what they can do here. Right now, they're just kind of playing for info, playing for picks. They do want to try to close this gap, and with Scrounge winning around, they don't want it to snowball out of control.
Look at all the utility being set up on A. Again, we mentioned it last round, but we didn't see it used because the execute was on B. We do see KJ utility all plastered throughout on A side. The Sova drone's going to give tell that might be towards an A for execute, but Bjorn still hiding behind the corner here. waiting for the full fruition to come on by. There's multiple different angles being held, but they're just trying to bait out the utility, it seems, and might try to posture themselves and rotate to B.
Hey, 30 seconds remaining. They better commit to this, and it looks like they will. Critical. Gonna try to give them information from their teammates, and able to walk away, but now here comes the retake situation. They have 5 members, Keg.
They do.
Never mind.
Well, you know, it was a good situation to be in. Only one person has died in the post plan. Maybe make it 2 now. That wall's going to go up. Blastback immediately goes through, dodges the molly. Beautiful work from Scrounge, and that alone. But now we have to see if they can make that go into full fruition. One hiding behind Bowhouse. They know the KJ's there, but Gang is also surrounded by enemies. He has to push up, tries to find one. But, there we go. Connects. One on the left. He knows about the left side. He has to reload, though. That's the most important. Single tap, sure. But there we go. Now he makes it work. And only 1 defender's left alive. Everybody else melted down from the Astra wall. 27 health in a dream. But they're watching the wrong angles, but it doesn't matter. Drakius finds the flick.
Man, really beautiful stuff from Gang member. They were able to just get 2 frags off the bat while Chico was trying to reload desperately to meet up with their teammates again. And everything fell apart from there. And there we go. Icon wins another round and breaks the loss bonus that had set up Scrounge for that successful round previously. And they're in a great position where they are going to close this half unless duct tape and toothpicks with gumdrops to plug them in will somehow make this round work for Scrounge.
My favorite meal.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, little to no carbs, I guess.
Yeah, true. Bjor. He's going to take his time here. Might be able to find one. There you go. Bjor's able to find the opening pick. Chico's going to fall, and that might actually turn the tides quite a bit. Chico's been able to find so many different kills. A lot of the opening entries for Icon's side as well. And with them gone, I'm wondering, though, I'm not sure who the IGL for Icons is, but calling the rotate now with the spike in hand, it could be Drakius. But they haven't made any sort of presence on B yet. They have to bait out some utility. All there is a single Astra Star, but the KJ utility seems to have gone away as well, and they could easily rotate and replace it if they have enough time.
They're going to try to see if they can reset everything, get ready for potentially a push over onto BS. It will be getting them ready, but the gravity well, the drone, just all this information. Scrounge trying their best to deny this, but they are going to push up onto the site and still commit to it. Oh, okay. Ohio able to find one. They're able to keep it going. The plant is not... Spike's not down. There's no way to plant it. I think Scrounge have gotten this.
Absolutely. There's physically no way anyone else could have done that on Icon's side. It's going to be good now for Scrounge. They're 1 point off from reaching match point. That's going to force Icons, of course, unless they can find so many different rounds up until now. Well, I guess it would just be 2. Debate out overtime. But they've done a fantastic job. You know, if this is the last 2 rounds of the game, they've done a really good job going up against a pug stack of at least 4 different pros.
Yeah, I mean, I think when Scrounge just kind of, not meme, but they just sort of do their own thing and just vibe, I think there is that thing that you reference, which is that they do get lost in the chaos sometimes and can get messy. So they need to make sure that they stick with the plan no matter what it is. Ohio, very fortunate for them to walk away with their life still hanging by a thread. It does mean, though, they are pretty much out of commission except for with the utility. See what they can find here. With the blind, they do know there's at least one A main, and they know the tree's happening, and they're going to try to find them early, but the gravity well saves Benevolence, or not Benevolence, but Ohio from a fate that would have been catastrophic.
The utility we've seen from Scrounge and Pros hasn't changed yet. Molly number 1's going to go down. Molly number 2 destroyed. They have to push up. They do find Ohio already super lit up. Now going to fall. One still behind Brown Box. Kevalen trying to find the train. Is able to succeed, but look at that. Only 2 left alive. Make that only 3 now for Scrounge and Pros. We have to see now if they can hold it down. G-Code pushing up here. He's going to meet their ultimate fate. Maybe not. It's going to be the imposter instead. 2v2 now. Possible wall coming up from Valen. Never mind. They go to Heaven instead. Not that Heaven. Instead, they go to a different one. Now we have to see what Critical can do. The rotate's been called. They have to go to B. 30 seconds left, and Critical knows what's up. He's rotating around now. Crossfire placement inbound. He has to make it before CT. There's no smoke potential, no line of sight denial coming up from Icon's side, or really from anybody, but he has his recon in 7. He may have to bait it out. Wait a few seconds, wait for that plant to go down, especially in a 1v1. He may or may not need to. 1 second left. He's going to take advantage of the plan, go for the recon bolt. Oh, that's going to be a tough position. Doesn't matter. They wait too early.
Economy. Also, again, nobody's getting any type of bonus that's really working for them. So you're going to see these players scrounge around and look for what they're going to be prioritizing. Some will be able to get full weapons and armor, but not everybody's going to be able to play with a full stack of toys. But speaking of which, though, Scrounge, once more with this ultimate advantage, just going into this, with so many things ready to go, could be finally where they just start using this to just guarantee them match point. They have so much going for them. Do you see the knives coming out from Icon's Benevolence? See if they can find any early picks or just put a lot of pressure on. But already, Scrounge, not interested. They are just going to play the waiting game this time. Not try to take duels. They're just going to vibe. Wait for the enemy.
Yeah, I mean, I think having Icons playing the Scrounge and Pros might be the best way for Scrounge and Pros to play. Because again, Icons, I believe they're a free agent team. They scrim, they play together, they have that coordination. Scrounge and Pros are quite literally a pug stack of different teams' pros. They play off their individual abilities, and they do have a sense of coordination because they play the game professionally, but again, they have to make sure it works a little bit better than, Critical already getting down to 50 health. Bjorn Company, they're waiting, they're biding their time. The alarm bot instantly going to be destroyed. Now 3 approaching A main. They have to make it work, but Benevolence already made their way in. They took full advantage of the Molly Sods coming out in time. The door is going to close, and now everyone from Scrounge and Pros, before the door closed, they have to rotate in time. Look at that, though. We do see the Hunter's Fury coming in by. It's going to be blocking so many lines of sight. Everyone's going down at once onto the feed, but oh no! It's all in the favor of the defenders again. They're trying to push in the match point. 2 left alive now. Case coming in from the back. He's able to find one. Get traded out immediately. Now it's down to Buzz. He finds another, but he's down to 30. Dialed back. Utility galore raining down upon him. He's not able to find it. And Scourge instead gets a 3K.
You failed. Now
Beautifully done there. Match point finally happening. It was quite a few ultimates invested, but hey, at least you're guaranteed overtime. Icons, though, not out of this yet. They have done a great job bringing this back into the next half, and realistically, we could see an overtime. It is come down to whether Icons can work together as a team, have that synergy going for them, or is it the pure instinct of a pro player coming in here? Not to say that Icons doesn't have any pro players, but surely the experience that VCT has provided and just the Riot system altogether has given these players from Complexity and Built by Gamers the tools that they need to be able to pop off, for lack of a better term. And already, you do lose one player in the mix, but they're already still in prime position to trade it out. But again, player advantage works out for Icons. Still alive, still doing it, dropping the nade, just push them out, and they will also have the ability to use the Killjoy lockdown to get the plant, the retake. Never been a big fan of these, so maybe they can finally please you once more here.
Maybe, perhaps so, they could please. The wall could go up from Valen. I don't think it's worth using for a 1v4. It's tough, though. Valen may opt for the save. They're biding their time. In fact, they're the closest to the site. The other one already saving from A. There's no chance of bringing this back. And if you're Icons now, you're in a great position. Either you are out of the tournament after this next round, or you can force overtime and keep yourself having a chance.
You eat food, or you get the chance to get closer to money that will allow you to buy food.
Very true.
A win-win. Oh, good exit frag right there as well. Do you think they're going to get the overtime?
That's a very tough question, Bemi. It's quite literally a coin flip right now. I think if Scrounge and Pros want to make sure they don't get overtime, they will. But Icons, especially Cheat Code, has been great on these entries and finding more than one usually to go after that once the mid-round starts. It could really go either way. I think it depends on how Icons want to play the beginning of this next round.
I guess we're about to find out. I mean, also, just realize, Pure. Little to no money. has to go for full armor, and Stinger not going to be working with a full deck of cards here.
No.
So,
But I'm wondering if that's going to be that big of a problem, though. We do see them on side of the tree. They're playing up close and personal, but already finding the opening pick. 3 weapons on the ground for them to pick up, but with no healing abilities. Gang, or Scrounge in that case. Oh, wait, no, they do have healing abilities. I apologize. They had the Sky, but it only healed 5 health. A whopping 5, but Cass is able to make it work anyways. Doesn't matter how much health they have when everybody else with full is going down. This is looking good for Icons. They could very realistically bring it to overtime now. Scourge and company trying to make their way back to B. They have to retake it yet again, but there's no ult to really work with other than the Seekers. But they already found the information they need. A 1v3, having to take care of one now in Marketplace, have to get rid of the flank, but it doesn't matter when they can't even do that. It's going to go to overtime.
OT, indeed. Let's see what they can do here. Both of these teams, while Icons,
Need a drop.
actually, quite frankly, both of these have not had the strongest of defense side. So I think it comes down to the defense here, Keg. Who can maybe be more aggressive on the defense? Just deny any time for planting. Hey, look, if your retakes are not going to be as strong as you need them to be, maybe the ideal situation here is to just go ahead and try to just close it out before there's even an option to do so. Take the fight to them. Maybe peek out mid, see what they can find. Push on through and maybe, I don't know, just win. Just something. Give them a little life in this. Attack rounds are going to be strong for both sides, obviously. It seems to be the case. So attack starting off on the side for Scrounge, so I'm not going to be surprised if they win this out and start getting the first match point in overtime.
I am a little concerned that Benevolence is running the hero up there. No armor. All money goes towards the op. I feel like we haven't really seen Benevolence hit too many shots with the op. I'm surprised they haven't gone for the Vandal.
You know, if you're trusting your shots, then so be it.
Benevolence hasn't hit their shots, so trust it. But we do see Bjor poking up a little bit more, but they're not going to take advantage of it. I think what Icons wants to do, or what Scrounge and Pros want to do, is waste the utility on Icon's side. But we do see Cheat Code holding it down a little bit more in case it's going to be affected by the gravity well up above. It's not going to do a whole lot, though. Cheat Code's still behind, unchecked. Doesn't matter when you don't check your corners in time. Scrounge is going to fall, but it gets instantly traded out. Mazado, top of heaven. Noah's many are down below. Benevolence again with it up in hand. I really want to see what they can do with this here, because they have to find those short angles very quick. Pushing up, though. I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, see, missing those shots again. Benevolence misses 2 now. Critical still holding
the warning shot.
Maybe, yeah, just a warning shot, letting you know, hey, I'm right here, headshot me, but no, there we go, dropping down, Valen finds 2, beautiful, lined up. It's going to be a 1v2, well, now a 1v2, Valen now the last one alive, Benevolence having the pinch, worry about the Sova instead, crossing through the beams, finds 1, now the Frenzy's out instead, up close and personal, but the headshots line up, 4K for Valen, and they bring themselves the match point for overtime.
Stop giving 1v1s, for goodness sakes. That is so ridiculous. You should not be doing that. Valen should not have been able to win that out, but yet they did. And now they are at the match point. I was not surprised that you were going to do it. It was a very good job, made it very close, but you need, when you're retaking, you don't go in one by one. You have the information right there in front of you. They're in hell. Go ahead and push together. If you're not going to do that, then I don't know what you're going to do, because that's just going to be the one-way ticket to beat a complexity player, is to just punch it together and get the trade. Either way, now match point, Scrounge can just sort of be aggressive on this defense, which it looks like they're trying to take these duels in mid and maybe get some early picks. This could probably be done and dusted here, Keg.
Could be done and dusted. We have to see, though, that dust can form into a tornado against or for Iconics, excuse me. But default play again. We have seen these slow plays coming out from Iconics. They don't like to explode too early anymore onto a side. Benevolence might be trying to peek an angle on the O high, but they're both going to dodge away just in time. Oh, and that is